Sold a couple stocks today. Feeling a little uncertain about the market, to be honest. I don't know how you guys are feeling. Definitely have some uncertainty. I don't know how it went positive. Last time I looked at this thing, we were down. I have no idea how the stock market turned positive today. And we're just going to deal with it. So it is what it is. Just surprised. What are we looking at? Yeah, same. I have no idea how the stock market keeps going up. Where's the money coming from? Where's this pump from? It's just incredible to me. I don't know. I really thought it was going to go down tremendously today. I sold some of my weaker positions. So this is the strategy we're going to do. So here's the thing, guys. The market just, no matter what we throw at this thing, it just keeps going up. I don't know if we have some funny money going in here, if we got some risky business going in here. I feel like I'm not even in reality these days with the market, okay? And at some point, like I keep saying, we may have a come to Jesus with the stock market. The key when this happens, do your research. The key when this happens is you have to be in... Have you heard about, we talk about all these all day, killer, come on. You have to be in good stocks, good positions, okay? So the stocks I sold today, what is that one again? STKS stock. This one, yep, it was rebounding, fell back off. I made about 15% in a day, not complaining. If I make 15% in a year, legitimately, like with low risk, I'm happy. If I can make 15% in a day, obviously it wasn't too much. I had invested, I'm out. I sold ticker RZLV, right? That one's spiking. That one's making a nice little comeback. That got into the high fours. It hasn't been into the high fours for a little bit. Look, I was up 60, 70% on this one. If I make 60, 70% in 2 months, those are crazy numbers, right? That's crazy numbers, okay? We got that one. Now, I did take a loss today. It hurt a little bit, but not too much. Ticker BNZI, it's ripping up today. 28 cents. I said, let me go ahead and cut my losses before this thing falls like a rock. It's probably going to skyrocket from here because I sold it. And that's how it happens sometimes. Okay, so those are the moves today. Now, I did make a trade today. I have not had a chance to make a video yet. And that trade was, I am continuing to dollar cost average. So here's the thing. The way I do investing now is I have a plan. In my plan, I have 5 tickers that I have a plan of how many shares I need for each. UNH, 30 shares, check that off. That box is checked. QQQI, I'm almost there. SCHD, I'm almost there. SCHG, we got some work to do with those two. SoFi is the other one. SoFi was getting beat up today, and I said, guys, let's buy some SoFi. Buy the Wolf. Wolf is up another 36%. It's crazy. That stock made some people 6 figures in a day if you bought that like a couple days ago before that thing spiked up. So here's the plan though. If the market's going to just absolutely have a heart attack, be in good companies, and that's the safest thing you can do. You can either get out or be in safe companies. So at some point, I gotta just, if I'm feeling a little, you can always buy back in. And that's the thing. You might buy back in lower, you might buy back in higher, but you gotta go with your gut feeling and how you feel. Okay, that's the strategy. We can talk about that later. We're still waiting for a few people to come on here. Opendoor today is probably down a little bit. I haven't had a chance to look at it too much. Been busy here at the office working on some amazing stuff. Opendoor, did it hit 7? Ooh, it was in the 7s today. Yeah, Opendoor, I think with the lack of news and the lack of volume, what's happening is and I've seen some comments and messaging, this is the sentiment I'm getting from Opendoor, is people are saying, should I take my profits now? That's a good question. That's only for you to decide. People are saying, hey, should I take my profits now? I'm up 50%, I'm up 100%, some people up 500%. This is a lifetime trade for many people that got in $2 and under. That's a lifetime trade. That may never happen again. A lot of people trade their whole entire life, don't make 500% in that short of a period of time. You can carry any stock list for safe and risky companies. You can carry any stock list for safe and risky companies. I'm not sure what we're saying there. Andre just sent me a heart of hearts or some sort of gift, a hand of hearts. And that's my first hand of hearts. This is a special moment between me and Andre. Thank you so much for the gift. That's my guy right there. So we're looking at this Opendoor. I feel like there's no new, this is the thing with Opendoor. No news is bad news, okay? And they can't have news every day. They can't be announcing something every day. So we're going to have to just sit back. The price might still get beat up a little bit over the next couple weeks. Earnings is going to be out in 2 months. They're going to have their earnings call, so that should be interesting to say the least. I don't know where we're going to be. I'm probably looking at this one from a dollar cost average perspective, whereas if it continues to go down, I will continue to pick up a small amount of shares. I'm not buying the 10,000 shares like I did in the beginning of this one with that initial purchase, because I just had the feeling. Unless I can get that feeling, see that means feeling, okay? By the way, Wolf Speed, that's up like a bazillion percent. We've been talking about it on live. All these stocks that we're mentioning right now, that everything's up like crazy, we've been talking about it on the live. We're a community of retail investors that are sharing investing ideas and doing our own research. So I did pick up SoFi under, I think I got it in the high 25s. Yeah, I got SoFi, so I did buy 100 shares of SoFi today. I'm still long SoFi. I think the price might slowly come down a little bit. There was a little bit of hype over the last month. We got into the 30s. Anyone else own SoFi here? Are you buying more open today? I'm not buying any more open today. Let's see, KALA. But I'm happy with my SoFi purchase. I have now 730 shares, so I'm 270 shares away from my goal for the end of the year. So my goal is I need to be making more money, taking that money and buying more SoFi, more SCHG, more SCHD, and more QQQI. I'm probably going to close out my QQQI today. I did receive a good amount of dividends today, so I still need to do a couple of videos. Are you holding SoFi long-term? SoFi is like I'm holding SoFi until this thing pays me a dividend, which might be in freaking 5 years. I have no idea when this dividend is gonna hit. Oh, invite Frankie. Is that Frankie LaPena, the funny guy? Is he on the live? Dude, if that's Frankie on the live, the Frankie that I think it is, I've been watching you forever, by the way. Let me see if this is the real, it's the real Frankie. Hop on the live, man. I've been watching you. This guy's super TikTok guy. We're just talking investing. I just invited him. I don't know if he's still on here, but that guy's one of the funniest guys on TikTok. And I would love to hear his investing positions and everything else, what he's doing here on TikTok, because that would be pretty interesting. But anyways, let me see, quick invites. Nope, Frankie's not coming on. The dude was 9 million followers on TikTok. I would love to get him on here and see what he's doing. Let's see, is market crashing tomorrow? I don't know. The crystal ball. Is the market crashing tomorrow? I have no idea. None of us knows. If anyone gets on this platform and says it's crashing tomorrow, it's going to crash it one day, inevitably. I don't know. What dividends are you holding? I hold a bunch of different positions, some covered call ETFs. SCHD is a classic. And, oh, did Grab? I have a lot of companies pay small amounts of dividends. And let's see, let me see if Grab's down in the 5s. Grab, it's not. Grab is just refuses to get in the 5s. It refuses to get in the 5s because it knows I want Grab. Yeah, let's throw it in here. Okay, have you checked out NVO recently? I haven't. Let's drop some tickers in here. By the way, I think I should have checked before I got on here. I'm sorry. It's been a busy day. Sorry, I've got to send a quick message here. So I think there's a way I can download a transcript of our lives, okay? And then I can have AI push out. This means push out go through the transcript, grab all the tickers, see the popularity of the tickers, and then I can have everything for you every day. I'm working on this. Thank God for AI and me still using it often, every single day, really. LDI, I haven't touched LDI since that day I bought it. It might be close to getting into LDI, guys. I don't have the feeling yet. I do believe that we're going to have a refinance boom if we can get these interest rates down. Urban Grow, I'm not touching that. Market cap of 5 mil, this thing is way too small. This thing is, see the tip of this pen? You can't even see the tip of that pen. That's that stock right there. That's how small it is relative. Zeta, Z-E-T-A. Let me see, ZETA. Zeta Global Holdings. Okay, I don't really, what do you like about Zeta? Who was that? SoMi-TEZ. What do you like about that? Let's see, I don't even know what this company does, except for the last year doesn't look pretty. Is this one going to be a little turnaround story here? What's going on here? Sorry, sending out some text here. Let's see, it's not profitable. I don't know much about this one. If you want to share what you love about that, we would love to know. Let's see, XTI Aerospace. This one, Raju always has these, I don't know, interesting stock picks. This thing year to date has just, this thing, a 1 year chart of XTI is scary. Raju, do you have inside information as to why this stock should be going up? Because this thing looks like a disaster, and we do not want any disasters, to be honest with you. BENF, once again, BENF, it might be up 156% today, but the size of that company is like that. I would rather just as much go to Vegas and bet on red or black. I think I figured out a way to get all these transcripts done. I bought LDI for 415, losing lots of money. Should I sell it? I can't give investing advice. That's going to be something you have to think about. I might get back into LDI. I didn't realize it's down at 308. I might be getting back in there, and we're just going to have to see, because the refinance boom, think about the last 3 years of real estate. The last 3 years, a lot of people are buying and selling homes, or they're buying homes. They're in a higher interest rate environment. The reason they are in those, most people, if you have a 2.75%, anything under 3, I wouldn't be getting out of that loan no matter how much. If I wanted to move, I would have been like, honey, we're not moving. Nope, we're locked in. We're locked in. We're not moving. Either that or rent it out. So it is what it is. Government shutdown. We're going to see if that happens. RR is at 428 today, looking pretty minty, actually. Over the last month, up 50%. We've been talking about that one for months on here. Let's see, OKLO, you loaded up today. This one, yeah, Goldman Sachs initiates coverage of it 23 minutes ago. Maybe you came in at a good time. Got hurt a little bit today, last 5 days. This one's been beat up, but it might have should I liquidate my stuff before the government comes? That's gonna be your call. I sold some of my riskier stocks today just because I didn't want to hold it during a period of uncertainty. That's me. I don't want to hold stocks that I am uncertain of. If I'm not 100% positive of the long term and the company fundamentals, then right now I just have that feeling. I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'd rather be safe than sorry. That is my position right now. UNH, someone asked about UNH, is looking good. It's about steady today. It's not going to go up every day. But over the last month, it's up 12%, which I would say is pretty freaking good. And the 6 months doesn't, I wish I was buying UNH at 250. We were talking about it, and I saw it, and then Buffett came in and had to just say he bought it. Unbelievable, guys. Lots of good comments here. Lots of good comments. Hims and hers. That one's been an interesting story. Down about 5%. A lot of stocks are down 5%. Hims and hers, when it was down in the 30s, like earlier, was about 6 months ago, looked really good. This thing has been a choppy, blocky company, that's for sure. Let's see. Raju said my eyes are on RR, SoFi, okay, OPEN. Okay, so I got a couple of those. My SoFi, like I said, SoFi, what I like about SoFi is they are continuing to add to their products and services. I like that. They're growing. What's one stock you would never give up on? I don't know if I could say one stock. Here's the thing. Things change. If you look at who is the top of the S&P 500 over the last 50 years, like over that time, it's usually companies coming in and out. Some companies might disappear. I would much rather say if I'm going to have something forever, if you allowed me two, and I had to say, okay, you can only get 2 tickers. I'm not saying stocks. You see that? 2 tickers. I would buy 2 ETFs. I'd buy SCHD and SCHG. I could call it a day at that point, honestly. If I didn't want to, I think I could just call it a day with those 2. That's going to give me about 200 stocks. And what's good about that is you don't have to really manage it. They have certain fundamentals that they're working with there. The stocks they reconstitute the whole fund every year. Stocks come in, the stocks performing well come in, stocks performing bad go out. And you're just focused on making money. And I made a video about that. I said, guys, some people in life actually would do a lot better if you just instead of spending your time researching, investing, this, that, the other, if you really double down for a few years and try to find out how to make as much money as possible, get as much money in the market, build that foundation, right? And that's what I've worked on, is building my investing foundation. You're going to be set. You're going to be set. Let's see here, checking back through the chat here, we got a lot about DeFi, DEFI. Everybody loves asking about this stock every single day. Look, DeFi is even for the day. Not looking great for the 5 days, for the week is not looking good. I don't know what's going to happen with this one. It seems interesting, but there's a lot of chatter on social about this, but I don't see as much chatter in the news that they're getting stuff done unless I'm missing something. Social media, we can hype stuff up all day, but at the end of the day, if they're not actually producing and doing stuff, what does it even matter? We can hype stuff up all day. It doesn't matter. I don't try to hype things up because I got a small channel here anyway. It's not going to make a difference anyway. Check SPY, SPX, SCHG. SCHG is one of my favorite holdings. I think that might be my number. SCHG is probably my number 2 holding right now, right under SCHD. They'll probably be close to even by the end of the year. Close. Are we rich off Open yet? I don't know if we're rich off Open yet. Open's been struggling. Open's closing out the day. We're about at the market close here. Back in the 7s. I might have to pick up 100 shares of Open. I'm in at 9, which I already knew was too high, but I just had a feeling about getting back in. I was like, it's going to be fun. Maybe I need to pick up another 100 shares or so, just to DCA a little bit. I don't know. Let's see. KTOS, that's the next stock we're going to look at real quick. Ooh, this one looks interesting. This is a slow and not even that slow. This has been a steady one. So KTOS, Kratos, I don't know how I'm pronouncing that wrong. Defense and Security Solutions. What is going on with this one? It just joined the S&P Midcap 400. That is good news right there. That thing has been on an absolute tear for the last year. Can it keep it up is a question. The PE ratio is at 1,000. Maybe they're going to have some good earnings and other things come up. They've had quite the run up, almost 300%. If you got in this a year ago at 23, you're sitting awfully pretty. What do you think about Open tomorrow? I honestly think Open, if I had to guess, this is not advice, this is just a guess. Open's probably going to be in the mid 7s tomorrow. I'm just guessing. Unless they come out with news or something happens. We got a lot of economic stuff that's out of our control going on. So who knows? The government could shut down. I don't think they're concerned because I don't think, honestly, at this point, our numbers are looking so bad. Our employment numbers and everything else related to that, they might want this thing shut down because, it's not looking pretty. Are you still holding your shares that you bought at 9? Yep, I'm still holding my Open shares. I don't have much, so it's not going to move a needle. If the thing goes to 0, it's not going to make a difference in my life. But I do being in with the Open Army. Let's see, I'm not in on RR. Everyone asks about it. It might be let me tell you maybe the problem with RR. It could do very well. The revenue over the last year is like $5 million. It's nothing, like literally nothing. Now, prospectively, it could jump up, okay? I just feel like I get worried when so many people ask about one stock that's not really moving because I just feel like it's like this thing everyone's talking about and it just turns you off a little bit. I don't know if the stock's even where it is from any sort of fundamental standpoint or is it just on social media and hyping it up. I'm really careful about being in those stocks on social media that get hyped up for more than a week. I get in. I see everyone still talking about it. I maybe make 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, and then I'm out. You guys, if you want to stay in this thing and you want to keep going for a long period of time with this, if you want to ride it up and then ride it down, that's on you. For me, I'd rather it's much easier for me to have it into into different ETFs or different stocks that I believe, for the long term until something fundamentally changes for the business. Harleen, you got it right. No warm and fuzzy feeling. Okay, I think you guys are going to like it. So something that works for you. And it's all free, whatever. It's all free. So I'm going to look at that when I'm not on the live because I don't want to be distracted. I want to be focused on you. Are you buying IPO? Which IPO? Did you sell VFF? No, I actually kept VFF even though I was thinking about selling it, but I just bought it yesterday and I feel good about VFF, Village Farms International. It's down 6%. If Village Farms goes down a little bit more, if it gets in the twos, I might buy some more. Let's see. Hey, I'm newer to trading. What do you think about IBG a few months ago? International Beverage Group. Every stock, guys, is up 50%, 70%, 100%. I'm worried about the market. That's it. Lisa Ann, thank you so much. I'm a little worried about it. Cheers. Where's Minty Cap? Minty Cap. Oh, I didn't wear the Minty Cap today. I don't have it today. Yeah, don't have it today. Let's see here. I'm late in from work. Let's see. IPO FRMI. Is that the new IPO that came out on Robinhood today? I would check, but I'm actually on my phone today for this live. There was an IPO release today and that we could get in. I didn't get in it yet because I didn't have time to look. And am I going to tie up a couple grand to get one share for $30 on Robinhood? It's just this common narrative. Although I only got one share of StubHub and I was fine with that because StubHub is probably out of the gate one of the worst IPOs over the last few months. We've had some good ones come out. StubHub's actually down from 20. The StubHub launched at 20 or 22. Do you guys remember? It's now just under 17, so it's not looking pretty, to be honest with you. Same thing with Fig stock. That's back down to 50 now. Everyone hyped up Figma. And I was, guys, why are you so excited about Figma? It's a good software, a good company, but its 52-week high was $142. Is this 100? Why would they have priced it? They priced it at what, $25, $30, and it's going to just soar up to $142? I would have put options on the daylights out of that thing. I would have made a fortune, and I was talking about it, and then I just forgot to do it. Thoughts on SoFi? I bought 100 shares of SoFi today. So I think that long term, SoFi it's had quite a run. There's people like me that got in this thing under $7. And now it's up into the 20s. So it's had quite a run. By the way, Nike earnings are supposed to be out today. What about GoPro? I'm not a fan of GoPro. Why Open keeps dropping? Because Open keeps dropping because technically they're not making any more money this year. And a lot of people are up 1,000%. Let's see. Nike stock. Will tariff hits outweigh the growth opportunities? I believe Nike's earnings are supposed to be out here, upcoming event. We got a little bit of time before that comes out. I try to learn how to apply when I'm researching a stock, to apply it when I'm researching. Santiago, what the heck? Hey, long-term investing wise, what is your thesis in trying to learn and how you go about applying? That's a good question. For me, long-term psychologically is a lot easier. But that's why over the last 10 years or so, ETFs, 15 years ago, ETFs have become really popular. And I like the ETFs do the work. Like trying to pick the winning stocks is generally pretty tough. That's one of the reasons why I do these lives is because as you guys, if you've been on the live for a while and you're probably one of the followers here, you will see that the amount of stocks that come up here is pretty interesting. And some of the stocks we've talked about here up like 100% in a week, a month, which is nuts. But for long term, anything long term at this point, I would probably just put in an ETF. For example, like SCHG, some of the top holdings are NVIDIA, Meta, Google, Broadcom, Visa. Is today a good day to buy NVIDIA? Maybe, but I know if I just keep buying SCHG, it just the way it constitutes it will be a lot easier for me. Just mentally, it works out good. By the way, I did get some nice dividends today. I haven't made a video on it yet. I've been pretty busy today. So some of the dividends, what time is it? 4:07. Some of the dividends today I will share with you now here on the live. Let's see, Global X QYLD is one that I bought. I bought about $9,000 worth of QYLD about 4 years ago. Consistently $90 to $100 a month, every single month. It's just bada bing, bada boom. It's in the bank. Wisdom Tree, US Quality. I don't even know what, I think that's DIVO. Paid me $30 today. Dividend stocks over late have not been great, but that doesn't mean in the future they won't be. Gladstone Financial paid $17. SCHG paid me $32. They do pay a small dividend for being a heavily growth weighted. BIP paid me $51. And my biggest dividend of the day is SCHD, paid me $430 today. So about $600 in dividends today. I am going to take that money. SoFi is the only stock that I have automatically reinvested dividends, okay? SoFi reinvests the dividends, so that bought about 15 additional shares of SoFi. So then what happens in 3 months, those extra shares and the shares I have will keep buying more, and it just keeps growing that way, okay? The other money, couple $100, I use that money to buy into something like a QQQI or help build up other positions. I don't have everything just dividend reinvest because I know I buy stocks every single week. Now, if you were not as active, meaning like if you only bought a stock every quarter, you probably just want to have it set the dividend reinvestment. But for me, my investing strategy works for me. It's going to be different for everybody, including you, is I turn the dividend reinvestment off. Not all ETFs are good. Yep, that's definitely true. But I can tell you, and this is the thing, right? So not all ETFs are good. This is definitely true. Not all stocks are good. Not all people are good. But not all, what I think is a good ETF for me, like an SCHG or SCHD, could be horrible for you and your investing profile. And that's why it's stupid to give advice here on what to buy and sell, because your investing goals are going to be different than mine no matter what. Are you still holding on to your open? Yep, still holding open. Let's see, 6,000 to burn. Oh, don't burn it now. Let's see here. I have a bit of SoFi, thinking of buying more as well. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to be buying. So if SoFi keeps going down like this, I'm just going to keep buying 100 share lots, 100 share lots, 100 share lots. Hey, Mikey, how was your evening last night? Riley, thank you so much. Yesterday was my birthday. I had some of the best pizza I've ever had. They crisped it up, no flop. It was fantastic. Got a great night's sleep last night. So I am very happy and excited to be kicking it today, guys. Very happy today. So it's a great day. We had our birthday live yesterday. Can only happen once a year because you only have a birthday once a year. It was a good birthday, low key. Saturday was the bigger day where we had a surprise birthday party. I don't have as many friends in Atlanta anymore. People were flying in from all over. That was major. My friend got me this crazy watch. Like, oh my God. I don't know why people spend so much money on watches. Anyway, crazy watch. It made me realize that I need to step up my game because my business partner gave me a car like 2 years ago. He gave me a vintage, like a 99 BMW M3. I'm like, who's these people giving away cars and expensive watches? I need to step up my game. So my friends, I'll be like, yeah, I see these keys. This is the keys to your car. It's crazy over here. It's nuts to me. I don't really buy anything. Like a lot of my clothes, Built Basics, they send me gift packs because I talk about them on my podcast. Computer stuff I love. I'll spend money on that. Of course, iPhone. But other than that, it is what it is. AJ, $6,000. Is that $6,000? You're going to have to find what works for you. I don't know your investing portfolio and everything else. Krispy Kreme. I almost bought Krispy Kreme the other day, like 2 days. I almost bought it on Monday. Now I should have. There's one down the street. I was like, I'm gonna go to Krispy Kreme. I'm gonna make a video, be like, hey, I'm at Krispy Kreme, and I just bought their stock. On Monday, it was sitting at $3.48. Now it's up at $3.87. It's about, over the last 5 days, it's up almost 20%. I really should have bought my Krispy Kreme donuts and a Krispy Kreme donut. Google and Meta. Google and Meta, I don't buy individually. I just get in the ETF. It's just so much easier for me. It's just so much easier. Are you still holding Opendoor? Yep, holding Opendoor. Krispy Kreme is a great long hold. Maybe. I'm not... How would I say it? I'm not a huge fan of Krispy Kreme just because I don't think donuts are good for people. I don't know if that matters. Some stuff like that matters, but Santiago, SCHG is the ETF I'm talking about. Don't just buy just because I did. That, Kevin, you are the man. You are right. Kevin's got the mint next to his name. That means Kevin is the man. Don't buy these stocks because I did. That is the key for you guys, okay? By the way, let's see, yesterday was my birthday also. Hi from Spain. What's up, Spain? I love it there. I've been to Barcelona and Madrid. I didn't think Madrid would be better than Barcelona, but personally, I think it is. But I know somewhere up north, some other friends live there. They said it's unbelievable. Let's see, 1 year hold. Let's see, just want your opinion on the top tech stocks, big AI players. For me, I don't buy it unless it's a small company and I'm just doing it for a quicker trade, kind of like RZLV. I am putting all those funds into SCHG, which has a basket of a lot of those stocks, or there's some other good ETFs that you can get into that are even more like AI focused. I haven't looked at BBAI in a day or so. Looking pretty good. That thing was down to 5 when the earnings came out, so it's kept going up a lot. BURU, I've never heard of that one. 15 cents, 18 million is way too small for me. I just wouldn't even touch that thing. Guys, it's 4:15. I've been on here for about 45 minutes. I've got a busy day today running some business, so I can't be hanging out with you as long. I do these usually about 3:30 every day. Lately on the weekends, I've been doing an early morning live at 7, 8 o'clock, okay? 7, 8 o'clock. And having some coffee with you guys, drinking some coffee, talking stocks, a little bit of fun, I might switch my Saturday, Sunday to entrepreneurship talks. I haven't recorded my first entrepreneurship video yet. It's been 100% about investing. But we're going to get into entrepreneurship because I know a lot about that. I've been through it 20 years entrepreneur, and done a lot in the... By the way, I told you guys I wrote a book. I grabbed this from the warehouse, finally grabbed the hard copy. And as I was saying, these are some of the people that endorsed the book. This guy's a multi-billionaire. That's me. This is me. That's my book. Let me see. How's my photo? See me? That's me. That's me. John Paul DeJour. Do you guys know Patron? He started Patron and Paul Mitchell. Endorsed the book. So that was pretty cool. I'm not selling it here. I'll be giving them away on my lives, by the way, just because I want you guys to read it. Anyways, I got to run. Hopefully I see you guys tomorrow. And Wolf Speed has been absolutely crazy. Thank you so much, guys.